Hey guys, this is Bandai reporting live from the Nexus, and today we're talking Gundam Battle Operations 2. Now, this is a mech game, fighting game hybrid, in my opinion, which is also free to play on the PSN store. To be clear, when I say fighting game, I don't mean like Street Fighter or like Mortal Kombat, guys. This game, in my opinion, has a lot more in common with the Soul series. So the combat is very nuanced, very fluid, although it does take some getting used to, putting it lightly. And today I'm going to point out why, as a Hawken pilot, I find piloting the mobile suits in Gundam Battle Operations 2 just as satisfying, if in a different way. And if you like the content, be sure to support this channel by giving this video a like and a share, and most importantly, don't be a waste man, guys, and hit subscribe. While you're at it, hit the bell or go to hell. Anyway, let's get into this video, guys. So the first thing I want to talk about is the damage element that we have here in Gundam Battle Operations 2. It's very similar to Hawken in the sense that kills are important, but if you're racking up low percentage kills without actually doing damage to multiple enemies over a course of time, then your place on the scoreboard maybe won't be as high as it could have been. This kind of lends itself to another similarity, which is the way you approach gunfights and engage the enemy. Pretty much both games, they kind of urge you to rely heavily on defensive gameplay, where you sort of have to tear the opposition down and then charge in once you have your opponent, weakened. Unfortunately, when you have random teammates, they all seem to believe that charging in all by themselves like Rambo at all times is actually the best way to play Gundam Battle Operations 2. But honestly guys, these fellows, they're actually a little nuts. Now, when you consider that damage matters more than kills, and that you have to be defensive a lot of the times, you end up with these interesting opportunities to really implement some interesting gameplay. For instance, when I flank in Gundam Battle Operations, I never flank by myself to engage in a big drawn out fight. What I'll do is pretty much flank the enemy, hit someone with a bazooka straight in the face, then I pack my things and I get the fuck out of there, guys. I get out of there as quickly as possible, and this will pay dividends later on in the game when I return to my team and we finish that specific person who I shot in the face 5 minutes earlier, and we get to finish him together. So not only did I get in a good shot or two ahead of time, I also have a chance to retreat, come back, and then possibly also close a kill on that particular bastard. In other words, flanking doesn't work like it does in Battlefield or Call of Duty, where you can flank and kill an entire enemy squad in one go, pretty much. This is also due to the immense health bar and just numerous other mechanics that always come into play. Now, the learning curve is somewhat similar to Hawken in that it's steep as hell, guys. It's super steep. But I also have to point out that not only are the mechanics a lot to get the hang of, but the rating system, right, where you have your A, you rank A, you rank B, or what have you, the rated or the ranked system has to be the most challenging that I've ever seen in a video game by far. I mean, when you go Diamond or A rank in Gundam Battle Operations, there's a chance that you are a super legit player, because let me put things into perspective, right? I'm currently at a level where, in terms of just my understanding and skill level in the game, where I can at times get 7 kills per game and really lead my team on the front lines, if I'm having a really good day. But I mean, I'd say I'm a pretty solid player so far, but I'm still a D rank player in this game, right? So I'm what you would call bronze on Hawken, and this isn't, in my opinion, reflective of my skill at this point. At least I hope not. But anyway, let me explain how the rank system works. Is that when you play a ranked match, the game designates you a rival on the enemy team. This is important because when you win or lose a game, the rank system takes a few things into account, right? One of them is your team's performance, whether you won the game or you got your ass handed to you on a silver platter. And then there's your personal score, where you have any fucking use to your team at all. and it also stacks this personal score against the score of your designated rival. So if you perform well on all fronts, you might get, let's say, 12 points, right? And all fronts meaning your team won plus you did better than your rival. So let's say you did that. You might get 12 points added to your rank. And let's just say, just for the sake of this, conversation that we're having now, that you get these 12 points, it's added to your rank, and then you go from D minus to D rank, right? So you got a higher rank basically from doing well. But let's say I lose the next match, and due to my team performing terribly and acting like chimps afflicted with dementia, I end up losing the match and performing worse than my rival. Then those 12 points I just got the previous game, well, I'd probably lose half of them, guys, and very possibly fall right back into D minus. I mean, it's some really brutal all right? It's some really brutal in this game. I have never seen anything like this before in all my years of gaming. Now let's get to the point of, should you give this game a try? This is a tricky question for even me, because listen, I love many things about Gundam Battle Operations 2. I think the game is quite brilliant, and I've said that numerous times in the past, but here are some things I think you should really consider before you try giving this a chance. If you don't have a small group of dedicated friends to play with, you may just find yourself being more frustrated than entertained. You see, most objective-based, team play video games require a team, of course, people with an IQ above 50. But Gundam Battle Operations 2 is one of those games where if you don't have a team, then I'd almost say just put the controller down, guys. It's that difficult playing with randoms most of the times, especially if you have any interest in ranking up. In my opinion, that's not happening without an actual dedicated team. Then again, maybe I'm just a noob and I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe I suck at the game, guys. Honestly, I have no idea. I'm just telling you what I went through playing this damn game, and this thing really stressed me out. The next thing to think about is the learning curve. For me, even though I've been improving, I find it hard to fully try out all the things that I've learned, as my army of randoms are way too busy taking it up the tailpipe to give me any chance at really trying out anything that I've learned. So this is my second time giving Gundam Battle Operations 2 a go, and I've improved at the game quite a bit. And yes, it's still raising my blood pressure, so I'd say give it a go if you have the time to dedicate to it and to form a small band of friends to accompany you into battle. Otherwise, you may just fuck around and catch a stroke. Anyway, that's it for this video, guys. Remember to support my channel by giving this video a like and to share, and don't be a waste man, guys, and just go ahead and hit subscribe. Until next time, Bang Kai out.